Good day, class. So before we proceed to anything else, can we all stand for a prayer? Okay, Miss Veronas, please lead us to prayer. Amen. Good morning once again, class. Okay, before you take your seat, please do pick up some pieces of papers and raise your chairs and also sit properly. Okay, so who is the secretary in this class? Okay, Miss Angela, can you list down those absentees and give me those names after our class? Okay? Okay, so now can someone tell me what is our last topic class meeting? Okay, our topic class meeting is all about the type of sentences according to function. So, Miss Chara, can you tell me what is the type of sentences according to functions? Okay, that's right. So, there are only 4 types of sentences according to function. So, number 1 is the declarative, second the interrogative, third the imperative, and the last one is the exclamatory sub. Miss Sandiala, can you tell me what is the declarative? Okay, that's right. Declarative makes a statement. So how about the interrogative, Miss Ara? Okay, that's right. Interrogative asks questions. How about the imperative, Mr. Tubos? That's right. Imperative gives command. How about the exclamatory, Miss Salmar? Okay, exclamatory expresses strong emotion. So I guess all of you really knows what is our last topic. So now let's dig into our new topic, which is the direct and indirect speech. So before that, let's play first an activity. So this activity or a game is called message relay. So our game goes like this. So I will divide you into 3 groups. This will be the group 1, group 2, and the group 3. So I have here some direct sentences that you need to convert using or starting she said or she asked that. So the first person will come here and will read the statements not too loud so that the second person or the rest of the person at the back doesn't know what is he or she reading. So the first person will tell the second person the direct sentence. So while the second person will transform it into that indirect sentence, starting the sentences she asked or she said. So, are you all ready, class? Okay, so I think everyone is ready. So now, team leaders or the first one in front, so come here and pick up your first sentences. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. So I guess group 1 got the correct answer, second is the group 3, and last is the group 2. So I guess you want some more? Okay, so now, group leaders, come in front. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. Okay, and the winner in the second one is still the group 1, second is the group 2, and last the group 3. And the winner in this game is the group 1. So I will give you later some prize. Okay, sit down, everybody. Okay, so now let's dig into our lesson proper. So before that, let me introduce to you first our lesson objectives. Okay, everyone read in unison. Okay, so everyone please read in unison. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to recognize the differences between direct and indirect speech in context. Second is practice converting direct speech to indirect speech and vice versa. Third is a foster teamwork and collaborative learning through group activities, discussion, and presentation. So, can we all attain this learning objective class? Okay, we can really attain this learning objective by collaborating, participation, and teamwork. So, now let's dig into our first activity. So in the same group that I just grouped a while ago, the 3 groups, I will give you some copies of the excerpt literary piece about the Pride and the Prejudice. So I want you to read it wisely and answer the following guide questions that I will present to you after I will give you this. So here, and you will answer the guide questions in a sheet of paper. So here will be the group 1, 2, and before reading that one, and this will be your guide questions. Okay, so the guide questions contain of number 1, what is Mrs. Bennet excited about when she hears about Mr. Bingley renting Netherfield Park? Second, how does Mr. Bennet respond to his wife's request to visit Mr. Bingley? Third is, what does Mrs. Bennet believe it is important for her daughters, and why is she worried about Mr. Bennet not visiting Mrs. Bingley? So you will find out those answers after you will read the excerpt literary piece that I will give you a moment ago. So I will give you only 5 minutes to answer the questions and read the excerpt literary piece. So group 1, group 2, group 3, please form a circle and start answering. So I guess everyone is done. Okay, group 1, please pass your paper. Group 2, group 3. Okay. So now let's go back to our guide question. Number 1. What is Mrs. Bennet excited about when she hears about Mr. Bingley renting Netherfield Park? Okay, group 1, what is your answer? Okay, very good. You really read the literary piece. Now let's go to the number 2. How does Mr. Bennet respond to his wife's request to visit Mr. Bingley? Okay, group 3, what is your answer? Okay, very good. Okay, now let's dig into the last number. What does Mrs. Bennet believe is important for her daughters, and why is she worried about Mr. Bennet not visiting Mrs. Bingley? Okay, last group, group 2, what is your answer? Okay, very good. I guess all of you really read and really understand our literary piece. Now, let's dig into our second activity. So this activity is called direct to indirect speech conversation practice. So I guess all of you still had the literary piece, the printed literary piece that I gave to you. Okay, now I want you in the group to spot the direct speech. Some direct sentences composes of direct speech, and your task is to change that into indirect speech. At least 3 sentences only, 3 to 5 sentences only. So remember, when you make the change, focus on adjusting the verb tenses, pronouns, and sentence structure according to the rules we've learned. So once you finish, discuss the changes in your group, pay special attention to how the tenses shift and how the pronouns change based on the context. So now I will give you only 15 minutes to do the task. So form again a circle first and do that. Timer starts now. Okay, is everything or everyone done? Okay, so now pass your output in front. 1, 2, 3. So based on your task, you really improve what have you read or what have you learned about the indirect speech and the direct speech. So now let's dig into our next activity, which is composed of making a concept map based on the literary piece that I gave to you a moment ago. So in the third activity, you will need to read again the excerpt literary piece about the Pride and the Prejudice. So diba, the literary piece that I gave it to you, it has so many direct sentences that you notice. So I want you to make it a concept map, but this concept map has a twist. So the concept map, in the center, will draw a large circle composed of direct to indirect speech. Muna yung isulat sa circle. Okay, you will need to write the direct speech. Okay, I will use the back of this so that I will give you some examples on how we do it. Okay, in the center you will make direct to indirect. Okay, so this will be the first circle, while the branches will be composed of the seventh rule of the indirect and indirect speech. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 rules. So rule number one is you will remove the quotation marks and use of the word dot. Second, change the present verbs to past tense. Third, if the sentence talks about future, change it to the past modals. If the sentence talks about the future, change it to past modal verbs like could, would, or should. 4. Adjust the pronouns to match the context. 5th, use the past perfect tense if needed. 6. If it's general truth, keep the verb in the present tense. And the last rule is, when reporting the commands, use the infinitive form of the verb. So, for example, I'll give you some example. This will be the rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 1 is I am going to the store. So you will convert this one into the reported speech that he said he was going to the store. He said that he was going to the store. Okay. See how the verb ganahin mo siya was. So you will need, so that was the rule number 2, and this will be the sentence. You will put it here in the rule number 2. Put it under that, or you will make also another circle. For example, rule number 2, here will be your answer. So I guess everything was clear, the instruction was clear. So I want you to make a circle again in your group and make the activity within 15 minutes. So timer starts now. Okay, is everything done? Okay, so pass your concept map in front. 1, 2, 3. So now let's dig into your last activity, which is the play a chain game. So the following group, so still in your group will be the group 1, group 2, and the group 3. So the group 1 will do some sentences into the direct speech, while the second group will convert the direct speech from the group 1 to indirect speech. So the indirect speech from the group 2, the group 3 will convert it into direct speech. So that's how you will do it, your activity. So this is why you call chain. So this is why you call it chain, because nagsumpay-sumpay man mo tanan. So the last group will give it to me the paper. So at least only 3 activities, 3 sentences, guys. You will need to, after the 3 sentences, you will give it your paper to the group 2, and group 2, after you convert it into a 3 sentences, you will give it also to the group 3. So are we all clear, class? Okay, so now let's start. You only have 10 minutes to do the task. Okay, group 3 pass the paper. Okay, so I guess everyone has really learned about how to convert the direct speech into the indirect speech. So now let's dig into the assessment part. So I want you to get some one-half sheet of paper and identify whether the following sentences is direct speech or indirect speech. So please do write direct speech or indirect speech before the number. It contains only the task 1 of 5 sentences, and the task 2 is you need to construct 2 sentences. You will need to construct 2 direct sentences and you will convert it into an indirect speech. So I will give you 5 minutes to do the task. Okay, so I guess everyone is done answering the assessment. So please pass it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, okay, thank you, miss. So now we will check your work. So, number 1, Biff said, I just focus on my job. So is this direct speech or indirect speech? Okay, that's right, this is direct speech. Second, Lena said that there was better in Willie than in many other people. Okay, that's right, it is the indirect speech. How about the third one? I am tired to death, said Willie. Okay, that's right, this is direct speech. How about the fourth one? Okay, that's right, it is also a direct speech. And the last one, Happy said that everybody around him was so false. Okay, that's right, this is an indirect speech. So, who among you guys got perfect? So who got a perfect score? Okay, I guess everyone has a perfect score. So I will be the one to check the test too. And I will return your paper tomorrow. So now I guess every one of you really know how to convert direct speech to indirect speech. And I guess every one of you really learned about my topic today. So before anything else, I will give you your assignment to be passed tomorrow in our class. Okay? Everyone, please read it in unison. Change the following into direct speech or vice versa. Use one-half crosswise. So, okay. This will be your assignment and you will need to pass it tomorrow in our class. So I guess every one of you had really learned our topic today. So that's all for today. Goodbye and thank you for cooperating, class.